In the darkest nights, we find our light. Battered souls, but we won't lose sight. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, we stand tall. United forever. Strength and courage will overcome. Oh, surviving together, victorious, and never alone. Hand in hand, we'll face the unknown.
We see you, we hear you, and we believe you. Hey, everybody, running a few minutes late. I am so sorry about this. Hang on, I gotta move this over here. Welcome to Surviving Together. Oh my gosh, I was cleaning my room, guys. Yeah, I know, amazing, right? And I thought the buzz was my half hour notification because it was a little after 2 when I started, which kind of tells you how bad my room was. And yeah, it wasn't. It was the 3 o'clock. So I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. So welcome to Surviving Together. I'm going to be grabbing some water as I get going here. This is a safe space for trauma survivors to connect and build community on their healing journey, as well as providing trauma-related education for all, except on the first Saturday of the month. We do Laugh Saturday. It's all about relaxing and getting our dopamine hits and just, trying to reset our mental health a little bit for the rest of the month. Oh, so I am so sorry. I am starting out late. I apologize. So we have our beautiful Body Illusion is joining us today. Let me add her to the stage here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you fine.
Mike?
How about this end?
Good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you very much. I am so sorry I am late.
To me, it's not a big deal.
I
Hi.
was rocking it out with some
Hey,
Leonard Skinner.
Let me say one thing.
Yes.
I am so glad you jumped on the way you did. Digging the hair. I dig your hair. I am digging the hair. The loose, the free. I love it. It's probably warm,
you're getting,
but it's
yeah, it is. It's a little warm right now. I'm like, whoo-wee. Well, because I changed my sheets, right, on my bed. So, you're getting older, at least for me, when, putting that fitted sheet on just exhausts you. You're just like, I need a nap now. I'm so glad I got clean sheets because I'm just going to fall back in and go to bed now. I thought, oh, I'll do it before bed. I thought, no, I'm right here. I got the sheets over, I'll do it now. Woo-wee. I tell you, I'm feeling it today. Oh my goodness. Well, and I got a mattress topper. I mean, I have a Sleep Number bed, but I wanted the little extra cushion. And so I got like a little mattress topper, but it adds just that much more. And for some reason, the summer sheets I have, the regular sheets, they're not deep pocket. So they keep, flying off, right? Like every night I got to put them back on. And it's so annoying. I think you froze on me.
right.
Well, body froze.
Am I freezing? Is it you?
I can hear you, but you're frozen. Nope, now you're back. Gotcha. All good.
Am I back?
We're good. Yeah, you're freezing a little bit. Well, let me get this trigger warning off because that was the last thing we need today. We are not up for triggering nobody today. Okay, so let's just go through a few highs why we got you guys here. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. And we have BJ, welcome. I'm so glad you're here, linked up. And Rick is with us, as well as Body, of course. Indigo is with us. And Tommy Stiggs stopping in. Today is a new beginning. Thank you for joining us. Echo is here, Kaleidoscope of Happiness. I'm so glad to see you. Crystal is here. Crystal really could use some laughs today. So, yeah, let's definitely try and do that for her. And Polak is joining us as well. Happy Saturday to you. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I think I got everybody. So far, I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. Scrolling. Keep this. Okay. Every time I hear Rawhide, what movie do you think of? If you hear the song
What's that?
Rawhide, what movie comes to mind? Can you hear me?
Every time I hear Rawhide, I think of Clint Eastwood in that series. Are we breaking up? Am I still freezing? Because you're spinning every once in a while.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit
Are we
on
getting
me,
lost?
but we're okay.
Should I go
Every
out
time
back
I
in?
hear Rawhide, I think of the Blues Brothers.
Oh, okay.
I just,
Yeah, they
that's where
did
my
that
brain
song.
goes.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
only country song they knew
yep.
when they
So
went
they just kept
to the
going.
bar that plays both kinds, country and western.
They did do eventually Stand by My Man, with Tammy Wynette at the end
Oh, that's true.
of their little synth. So
Got to do a little Tammy Wynette while I'm in.
exactly.
Yeah, if I keep breaking up, I'll go back out and come back in or something. See if we can.
Okay, no worries. And Chloe, welcome. I am so glad you are here. Thanks for being with us today. Um, I have to share, and you guys know I share everything pretty much about my life or whatever, but I know that some people, as they get older, they say, frick, I know I'm really getting older. For the guys, it might be the white in their facial hair when they finally get their white, coming in there. I know for some women, it's, when you finally get a white down there, they're like, ugh, old age is finally caught up. No, for me, it was when I found a white nose hair the other day, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh my.
I have definitely crossed over.
Right?
Like, how
Right?
could this be
There's nothing you can say
right?
to that one. You just pull it out and hope pray it doesn't happen again.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, well, you don't belong. We're getting rid of that one. It's just like, dude. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I was pretty. It was like, I am Indigo, not the white nose here. So yeah, just wait till it happens to you, Indigo.
Yeah. With any luck, it'll happen to you, honey. With any luck, if
Yeah,
you're around long enough, it'll happen to you. Oh yeah.
exactly.
Whatever
I
hair
apologize.
you have, change just color. It just does.
Always, right?
It
Okay,
does
I need
under your
to get.
arms, just like the men on their chins.
Oh, now I will say I don't think I've noticed a white underarm hair yet. That's going to be my next stage. when when I get a white under, I'll have to, I never really checked. I never even thought about it, but you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. First thing I noticed was my eyebrows. My eyebrows. This is not the color of my eyebrows.
Oh no, that's
My
interesting. I
eyebrows,
wonder
you
if,
can't see them anymore. They're so like pure white. They're just pure white.
but you had light hair anyway, right? I mean,
Yes.
naturally, you had light hair. I wonder if that's why, because I will say I have not noticed any white eyebrow hairs yet,
Yeah.
but I
Mine
do
didn't have far
notice
to
it on
go.
guys more. Do you notice? I mean, on guys, I notice it a lot more on guys. Will get maybe it's just all their facial hair kind of goes salt and pepper or starts to go gray, because I will notice, some guys with that, but
I, I'm not. Yeah. What gets me about guys and their eyebrows, and I love you, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm obsessed
but there
all
is a
the
place
way.
for some
But,
manscaping.
but you gotta trim your eyebrows, gentlemen. When you get to a
Yep.
certain age, please trim your eyebrows. It's right up there with your
Really,
ear hair. Do your
ear
eyebrows too.
and the nose hairs. Don't
And nose.
if
Yeah,
I can see them
it's
coming
just
out,
more.
you need to. Any other manscaping, I suppose, is going to be up to you and whoever you're with or
Your
whatever.
preference.
But this at least shows. The rest of it, you're
Well,
wearing
and
pants, and
they
I
get
don't
these
care. But
long white ones,
I
the little
know I'm surprised that they're not braiding them, and putting up. It's not right. I mean,
I'm
seriously,
sorry,
some of them are that
I'm
long.
sorry. This is a woman's perspective.
Definitely a woman's. Well, Tommy's got her back, because I know Tommy's a manscaper, so he's our age,
Oh,
and well, he's in between our age, between me and you. So
yeah.
he's a
I've been on
manscaper.
Tommy's chats before, and Tommy maintain, but that's just his personality, isn't it?
He's conscious. He's very conscious of that
Yeah,
type of thing.
yeah,
He moisturizes every day as well, so he's
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
that goes with us.
Isn't
Echo
he
says,
from?
please.
Isn't he from New York State somewhere?
He's actually in
Is
New
he from one of the boroughs?
Jersey. He's in North Jersey. He's actually
New
right
Jersey.
from. He's actually
I'm
right
sorry,
across.
Tommy. I didn't mean to insult you.
He's right across the bridge from New York City. He can actually see the skyline.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he's that close.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. But that's why he'll
Okay.
talk about New York City all the time, because he goes
Yeah,
in there and
that's
it's,
border right there.
yeah,
They
he's like 15
They don't claim each other.
minutes ago. Oh, no. Jersey people are the Jersey people. Rich says I started to trim the eyebrows.
Yeah, it might be part of the tri-state, but it's not. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Rick. That's good.
Yes, we appreciate it. Believe us, we all do.
Yes.
All us women out there, because we do
And
have to see.
And the men that do, moisturize and care, trimming your eyebrows, and if you've noticed, men that didn't and then they trimmed them will lose 10 years if they trim their eyebrows and shape them up. It's just all of a sudden they look younger and clean. They just look. Yeah, they'll lose years.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I've never compared before and after photos of the pre-eyebrow trim versus the eyebrow trim, but less facial hair in general makes men look younger, right? So
Yeah.
I can certainly understand
Unless you
that.
want to dye it.
Yeah, and it's the same with like women with shorter hair. You look younger with shorter hair. But yeah,
I keep
I'm
trying
still
that.
stuck. I'm still stuck with my long hair these that is the thing, I mean, I can pull it back in a ponytail. I can
do this.
put it up, and so I just haven't. I do. I've got my little notepad here though, and I've been remembering little things I need to do. I actually do need to schedule a haircut before I go to Vancouver. So yeah, and I think some of you guys heard on Wednesday. I booked my ticket on Monday to Vancouver, so I have my plane tickets. I am all set. I am going to be I'm actually flying in to just north of there, and I'm going to be visiting with Janet, our own very own Carry On. I'm going to be spending 3 or 4 days with her at her house. She's finally moved from partially moved from Alberta to the coast of their retirement home. So I'm going to be spending some time there with her, and then I'll take the ferry across to Vancouver, and then be in Vancouver for the America Summit. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna. the Americos Awards, potentially, who knows? Um, uh, that is opening on Monday, guys. WCWawards.com is the website. Anyone you know, any female who you know who is in North America, Central America, or South America, you can nominate them for an award. And they've got like 40 different categories. I mean, in all different, I mean, all so many different things.
Genres.
So, yeah, I mean, from technology to science to horticulture to trailblazing, women of the year, I mean, all just tons of different things. Literature, the women in journalism is my category, and so Monday it opens, and I think it'll be open for like 2 weeks. And anyone who gets nominated, anybody can nominate anybody. You just need their full name, an email address for them, and a phone number to put into the application thing. And anyone can nominate anybody. And if you're nominated, guys, you will get, just like you see on the screen here, I've got my winner symbol. They will get one that looks like that, but it'll say WCW Americas, and it'll say nominee. And so that they can put
Nice.
that on, yeah, they can put that on their site as well, or whatever they want to do with that. So
Right.
yeah, so that's gonna be opening here on Monday. So real excited about that. Oh, no, I've frozen. Can you still hear me though?
Uh-huh.
Not even
Yes.
you can still hear me. You can't. I'm frozen. What a lovely
Yes.
face.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
spinning, which is the weird thing.
I know. There we go. Oh, 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 oh.
I
Now I'm
took
frozen.
myself off. Well, I took myself off and then I put myself back on, and now I'm just black, even though my camera's still there.
Okay.
Well, it'll eventually pop
It,
back on, or I'll take myself off and put myself back on again. We'll see what
you can do that.
happens. Thank
Yeah.
you,
BJ
David.
says you're not
Thank
going to be
you.
far from where he is. Vancouver is gorgeous.
I
Is
have never been to
gorgeous.
Vancouver. I am so looking forward to it. The the summit, which is there's a ton of different women in different fields who will be doing speeches and workshops and things like that. And as part of being an author and being there, we'll get a ticket to be able to go to all of them. And so I'm super excited, looking forward to being able to network with some of these people. And David, if you could see me, you'd see my middle finger. Let me remove myself one more time. Hang on. We'll see if we can come
Okay.
back.
Okay. Now you got me, but it's only temporary. So just hang on. You won't have to suffer too long.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going on. Well, I don't want to ruin the show, so I'm not going to, as long as you guys can hear me, eventually I will be popping
Well,
up, I would assume. I have no idea. Do you know, you guys all know that I've been struggling with my external camera for weeks now, trying to get it to work with Windows 11. And this morning I thought, okay, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to give this one more try or whatever. So I went into my settings, went into my camera. I plugged my camera in, and I actually got the camera preview. And I was like, ooh, yay. So I go into StreamYard. I'm thinking, all right, we got the camera preview. The camera's working. I go into StreamYard, and it's like, nope. So I
huh.
go back out. I go into my settings. Preview's gone. Can't get my preview again. So I'm like, I so on my list of things to do, which is getting longer by the minute, is getting my camera. I thought I had the one that I wanted and I was going to order it, but then I couldn't decide between a couple, so I'm still going to I'm still I'm definitely ordering. I thought, because I thought, oh, I'm going to give it one more try. It's not working. dark comedy. Ha 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 ha. So yes, the Loveray Company, for any of you guys who don't know, that is David. That's my bestie out there. And so he's back in Ohio.
Yeah.
And Joe Della, I
He's
want to
throwing
welcome
out
you. And
comments. He's throwing out comments.
he is,
I'm
he
digging it.
is.
I'm in
He's
for it.
just gonna, yeah, he's gonna nail me. And Carmel is here as well. So hello, hello, hello. She's gonna, I'm gonna do a jump scare, right, Rick?
The
Eventually it's
other
gonna be
door.
like,
Hi, sweetheart.
"Oh, I know. Well, I don't want to shut it down because I don't want to go out of studio and well, I suppose I could go out of studio. You'd still be here. I
And then
just
come
don't
back.
really want. Yeah.
And you're stuck with me again.
I was trying this one more time. I removed myself and didn't, and then thought, okay, I'm gonna go out of studio and come back in. You'll still be here because you're still logged on. So
Okay.
everyone just hang on 2 seconds because Matt can't operate a computer apparently.
It does that. So it's me. Da 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 da. Am I supposed to entertain when she's gone? So I'm glad you guys are all here. When we finally get to the topic, but this is kind of funny on its own, right? We don't really need a topic, right? Da 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 da. That's my talent. That's my talent. But I know I was coming on with Mac, and her and I have spoken in the back about hippie ways, and I guess she was raised by, she considers her mom a hippie. So I ended up dressing up in beads and tie dye. I mean, got to flow with it. No, I'm not. Rick, you're my sweetheart. You're my car man. I love it. Yeah, so we're just gonna chill. She's gonna come back on. So do you? Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, and this is one of them house dress things, but it's made out of cotton in it. There she is. We were talking about my wardrobe. Oh, Marie, hi.
I had to close
Okay.
the tab out and go to a new tab. I tried to come back in and it wouldn't even recognize my mic. I was like, what the heck? Hey,
Oh,
Facebook Mom Marie, how are you? Yes, thank you so much for wearing some hippie because my mom actually just got all of her hair colors redone a week ago. So she is a brand new spangly walking pride flag.
quite
Um,
colorful.
oh, very, very colorful. I mean, those colors pop when they're fresh. So I would have gotten a picture of her when I was it's Thursday night is our normal family dinner night, but I've been sick all this week. And not too bad
Uh,
today, much better today. But as you guys heard me on
Good.
Wednesday, I was trying to do that interview with Indigo and I was suffering. But we're good now.
That's rough.
So hugs and love to everybody out there. Um, I do have a few things for us to actually watch today.
Okay. I'm ready for it, honey. Bring it on.
Yes, I have
I've been
yours
waiting
that
for
you
this
sent
since
me.
February, folks. I want you to know February 1st, we were supposed to do this. So this is
We
long
were
time waiting.
if we were going to yeah, we were going to do it and then I had some other things already planned and then you had to take a hiatus. And then we finally connected back up here at the end of summer. So yeah, I'm so glad that we were able to get it done. BJ says if you want to see Vancouver from my view, check out my trains, buses, and airplanes playlist. Interesting. I would love to. because I know that, like, I think the actual speakers aren't going to start until, excuse me, I want to say either the 5th or the 6th, and we're actually getting there on the 4th. And I
Uh-huh.
think they've got a few things planned for us, but I don't know what yet. I'm hoping to get that soon and see
Echo, can you
exactly
drop his
where we might
channel, honey?
be going.
Yeah.
Um, I think he's linked up through you,
Okay.
so I don't have it. Guys, I don't even think any of my, well, let's see, Carmel is here. Carmel, if you could maybe drop BJ's channel if you're um
So
actually
inclined.
active. Yeah. Well, he might just be listening, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to make a few more wrenches, actually, because
Yeah.
it's the type of thing.
Carmela's.
Not every show's for everybody, and sometimes people are there, sometimes they're not, or whatever. And
Uh-huh.
uh, yeah, so if you're interested in being a wrench, if you're normally with us at our lives, or at least make some of them, email me at survivingtogether@gmail.com. I'll put that on the screen real quick. You can email me here and just let me know, hey, I'm willing to wrench for you, and I can talk to you and kind of tell you my expectations, which pretty much just keep the mean people out. and, and that's about it. um Indigo, that would be awesome if you could send me a reminder, because chances are I'll get done with the show and then I'll go start cleaning again and I will totally forget and it'll be Wednesday. Oh, because I have a sink load of dishes that I need to do after this, because bless my son, he cleaned his room, which is awesome. But then all the dishes from his room are now in the kitchen sinks.
That's one step, though. One step. One big step. The
He
room
did it.
got done.
There are no more motorcycle parts in his room. The bike is all put together. Our old sectional couch is down there, and he wants to get rid of that because he wants to have some more space. So we're kind of he's moving all the things around. We need to get the carpets clean. That's really kind of the next thing that we need to get done, because his work
Wow.
boots, I mean, love the man, but his work boots have just totally trashed the carpet and down there,
But if
and the
we're at a point
stairs.
where to even think about cleaning the carpet, that's a big plus
It
to
is. I
get
mean,
down to that
we can see floor.
point.
We can see floor, and he's got his files. He set up files so he can keep his important papers, like, so he knows where the things I give him, because he's like, no, I'll take care of it now, Mom. I'm like, okay, which you should be. You're an adult, you take care of your important papers. This is a keeper. Don't throw this one away. But he's got those set up, and yeah, I'm super proud of him. The only thing is, anything he doesn't want in his room generally ends up in my living room. So I now have stuff in my living room I need to either find a home for, or give it to Goodwill so it has another home. So we'll see. Yeah, no bike or
It's the
car
classic.
parts.
It's the
The
classic.
car
When you
parts
go to the fairgrounds, okay.
go to the fairgrounds.
When you
Oh,
go
I
to
was
the
just saying,
fairgrounds, when you took your
yeah,
little one to the fairgrounds, then they always say, "Here, Mom, hold this. Here, Mom, hold this. Here, Mom, hold
right.
this."
Exactly,
And now your living
exactly.
room
And
is,
then
"Here, Mom, hold
you're
this."
like, "Ooh." Yeah. So the espresso maker, which he doesn't want in his room anymore, has now found its way behind my coffee pot, and all the espresso beans, which are still whole beans and need to be are now in
Okay.
the kitchen. And I mean, love the child to death, but yeah, all of the stuff he doesn't want ends up somewhere else in the house, and I need to find another home for it. So no bike parts. The bike is all put together, the other one's getting sold. The car
Thank you
parts
so much.
are in the car, in the garage, because he is doing some more stuff on his car. He's got more plans. He wants to turn it into an E30 fuel car from regular gas, from regular unleaded gas. I can say I don't know why, but I know it's because of more power for his car. So
Of course. It all rolls back to that.
everything goes back to that. Yep. Everything goes back to that. Yes, all the car parts are in the car right now, David. They're the other car parts are actually still on order. They haven't arrived yet, but they should arrive in boxes and should go straight into the garage. So we shouldn't have any more of that actually in the house. So it will just be internal things in the house. But of course, I did notice the boy has somehow collected about 15 blankets and I have not bought them. So I'm not sure where they came from. I'm guessing his girlfriend or ones he bought for
Okay.
her to have there or something. But I have this stack now of comforters and blankets that are on my stairs going upstairs. And it's like, here, don't need these anymore. So they're
Okay.
good. I mean, they're
I
good.
guess when the
They're good
when the heat
blankets.
goes
I
out,
don't want to
I
get rid of them,
what do
right?
you need that many
So
for?
yeah, I thought, okay, well, we
Right.
do, I do have some more room up here, so I'm gonna transfer some stuff up here, but that's gonna be a whole nother project. I thought I would at least get my room set, right? So that I could do some things.
Yeah.
But
But
all
I
right,
love
well,
that he's changing his environment. That means he's changing his mind. His mind is changing, so he's growing, and because he's changing his environment. I love that.
yeah, well, he definitely is, it was
Did
funny
you
because
miss
he
me?
said to me, no, I'm here. He said to me the other day, and I thought, this was pretty reflective for somebody his age. And he said, Mom, one of the reasons I've been thinking, and he's still at the thinking stage, about getting my own place is I realized that I don't take care of some of the things here probably as well as I should be because it's like not mine. So like the things that he has, but the carpet or just, and I thought, that's pretty insightful because it is. I mean, the first time you get your own place, right? I mean, it's yours. You're paying for it every month. You want it to look nice, and there is something to be said for taking care of your own stuff. I mean, I know the stuff that he buys with his own money. I mean, he's a little more
Well,
careful
the
about
first
now
thing
that
you
he's
see is
older.
I have so much more room. So
Oh
let's
my gosh.
fill it up.
Seriously, seriously. Um, Marie, he's 19, so he's been out of high school for a year now, and he's definitely you know within a year or so. I would say I mean by this time next year, I'm guessing he'll probably have his own place. But I'm in no rush for him to move out. He's got the entire basement level is his. He's got his own bathroom, his own entrance. He's got a huge space down there,
Yeah,
and I'm on my side, upper floor, so most of the time, and we've got a main floor
right.
in between, so it's like we meet in the middle. And so he can, like last night, I could go to bed and I didn't hear anything, even though he had friends over, and you know, totally fine.
Yeah,
So, um,
that's nice because he has his freedom, but still, yeah,
right, right. We did have a little, I'll let you guys know though,
that's
we
good.
did have a little scare. I had to take him to the hospital the other night. And we have this bee problem or this hornet, yellow jackets, wasp problem in this tree, right out our back fence. But it's on the other side of the fence. So it's technically the condo's responsibility. And it's like the lowest branch is like 20 feet off the ground. So I mean, you can't find wherever the nest is or anything. and he'd already gotten stung once, and he swells up, but he got stung, and he came upstairs, and I was like, "Oh my lord, what the hell happened to you?" He was totally broken out in hives. He had a red rash everywhere. Where he got stung, his elbow was like the size of a softball. It was I was trying not to freak out because he was freaking out enough for both of us, but ew, whee, it was a little scary, but he's doing fine now. He needed some big dose of antihistamines, and he's good, but definitely made me nervous when, you've got something that you've been through before and then it gets worse, so they did prescribe the EpiPen for him, so we can at least have one in the house. Hopefully we won't ever need it, but we'll have it, just in case. And it's possible that he got stung by like a different type of bee, because I have noticed several different types, like the yellow jackets, the yellow and black striped ones. And then I've noticed these wasps that are like all black,
Right.
and they're really segmented,
The wasps
their
scare me.
yeah, their body and their tail and are almost look like they're connected by nothing, right? So yeah, it wasn't anaphylaxis. He didn't have it that bad, Indigo, but I was kind of worried about that because he said his throat was feeling like a little thick, like you swallow a pill wrong. And that is why we ended up at the hospital, because I said, "Oh, I'm not risking this." But they said his lungs were fine, and his lips or his tongue, all that kind of stuff wasn't swollen, so
Right.
we're good. But we'll have it around just in case.
Oh, for sure.
Um
Oh, for sure.
yeah, hornets,
You
they
never know
they
when
are
that's
no
going to
joke.
happen.
They're spraying today for fall pests, and we're going to kind of see like how that goes. And I do know within a month or so it's going to be too cold for them to live, so they're going to die off anyway. So not too terribly concerned, about the long term with this. Let me get my thing off here. Um, okay.
Okay.
Well, you guys
Are
are in
we
for a
ready?
treat. We are ready. You guys are in for a treat. These are absolutely dumb signs. That's what it's called. And this body found this, and she sent it to me. And we've done funny signs before. We've done lots of them. And I don't think there's a single one in here that I had actually seen before, which is quite odd for me. I think I've seen most of them. But yeah, we but this is pretty good. So I'm actually going to move this up so that I can.
Oh, Marie, yeah. I have friends that their children stayed in the house until they were 30 or so. They were established. They could buy a house, that kind of stuff, and they still respected the house rules and stuff like that. So age like that doesn't matter.
Yeah, my brother,
And it's kind
my
of
brother stayed
nice
at
if you
home.
can have that adult communication as well. It's mature to that. Yeah.
Well,
To
and
that
I think
roommate kind of
too,
thing.
like he takes care of the internet bill. Now we switched internet providers, and so he got that, and he got that in his name, but it's for the house. And so he gets to kind of have incremental responsibilities monetarily wise, in terms of taking care of some of the bills. He pays for, his own car insurance and the insurance on his bike and that kind of stuff. Instead of moving out and all of a sudden you've got everything. So
Cold turkey.
yeah, exactly. So it's been pretty good. All right, we're gonna see if I can still do this. I split my screen so that I can stop and start a little bit easier. But let me see how I can do sharing screens. Okay, this should work. All right, and we still got us, which is good. And I can do this. All right, guys. So I might stop and start this a little bit. Let me make sure. Yep, replay speed
Yeah,
is on
please.
normal, because as David knows, I watch everything at 2 times speed most of the time.
I'm, I'm probably not
He
supposed to say
rates
this on YouTube, but if you speed it up a little bit, less chance of you getting hit by
really
YouTube. Mhm.
interesting.
So
I
if you
will
put it
say
on
I've
like
been lucky
1.25 and
with
we'll play it, yeah. Less
with
chance.
these signs. I've been lucky that I haven't had any so far. And I don't know if it's because I always put these in the description. Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
I haven't yet, but I will put this link in the description. And anything else I use today, I'll put in the description as well. But we'll play it, and if it seems too slow, I can always increase it as well. But feel free to talk over them. Feel free to add your comments with these
Already.
guys. I love this first one because this definitely reminds me of my friend, uh, one of my other dear friends, and can't laugh at yourself, call me.
Need friends like that. You do.
Oh my gosh. This is hilarious because I could see this being in so many places, and you can tell it's been there a little while. But we regret to advise you that due to an increase in lighting and CCTV, this area is no longer safe for drug dealing, fly tipping, and nookie. Hey Tiff, how you doing? Hi Nancy, glad to see both of you. I have to say though, I don't know what fly tipping is.
You what?
I don't know what fly tipping is.
Let's look it up, honey.
I was
I'll
gonna
look
say
it up.
I
I'm
didn't
not
look it up.
shy.
I saw it on the first one, and but I don't know. I know what cow tipping is. If you're from the Midwest, you know what cow tipping is. And yeah, guys,
Dumping
it is a
waste
real thing.
illegally.
What?
Dumping
Dumping
waste
with
illegally.
interesting. So I wonder what part of the world that's from. I
It
wonder.
says it's a British slang.
Ah, now that makes sense.
Okay.
Ah, here we go. Rick's got us. English for illegal garbage dumping. Got
Thank you,
it.
Rick.
Yes. Indigo got it as well. Give her a point. All right. Let's see what else we got coming up here. And yeah, for anyone who's listening, I read these to you guys. Read these. This subway sign. Bless
Okay.
the manager for allowing
We
this
haven't
one.
picked on the men enough with their hairy eyebrows.
Our subs are 12 inches even when it's cold outside.
My
You
kind
know,
of guy.
I read that and yeah, I think of course the immediate thing you think is shrinkage. And I think of if anybody watched Seinfeld, they had that episode where they all went to the lake house
Okay.
and Elaine saw George like in the shower or something, and he was like, I just got in from swimming. It was shrinkage. It was shrinkage. That's what I just keep remembering. But I love it. If it's in stock, we have it. Good advice. Girl, unless he wears a diaper, you can't change him. Speak up when approaching from behind. Yes, I get that one. The easy horse farm. Ask children try slowly. Caution, go slow. This road represents my tax dollars at work. There's no way that everybody was comfortable fighting.
That's a timely one. Yeah, that guy.
Hey, Joe, what are you doing here on
All
the
right,
weekend?
guys. The sun can black out on a Monday afternoon, so can I. I love that one. Who would have bought this? If this had been in like a Goodwill store, I don't need to flirt. I will seduce you with my awkwardness.
Yes.
I'm like, you can tell by the, other things in the world. This is like a Goodwill or something,
Uh-huh.
or some thrift store. I so would have bought that.
I like that.
Oh, hang on, guys. All right, I muted this one. I'm not saying I'm attractive, but when I take my clothes off in the bathroom, I turn the shower on. Ah, ah. I think somebody put this sign on this. Like, I think this is from this girl is from a movie or not, or something. But stop killing ducks to make duct tape. Oh, I'll let this play. There is a little short that I saw with, I think it was Gen Zers saying stupid things, and oh my God, I would have given myself a headache if every time they said something stupid, I hit my forehead with my hand
Right?
because I could not believe the things that were coming out of these young people's mouths. I love it when people when people do this and they obey whatever the sign is. Obey all traffic signs. Slow down. Smoke on the roadway. That guy's lighting up his bomb. Oh.
Oh my goodness. This baby.
No humans on the beach.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it used to say something. I think it used to say no dogs on the beach. You could tell somebody whited it out and then re-stenciled it.
In there.
Yeah, you could see the white background. There used to be something else there, but here, fingering festival this Saturday.
And where is this Titusville? That's what I want to know.
I really don't know. Titusville's got it going on, guys. I don't know what goes on in Titusville. I'm not really sure what their fingering festival is, but it's very interesting. Somebody didn't think that one through. Rough road. Remove dentures, tighten bra straps.
That's a rough road.
Please place your butts here. I can't even read that one out loud. Don't shoplift. Gotta love graffiti. This is one of those dad puns. Teaching children about fungus is one way to mold young minds.
Uh-huh.
Eat with a clown, come eat with a king. Somebody tried to be funny that way, but I did not get this for the longest time. I had to look at it like 3 times. I was like, caution, worms may chase you. And I'm like, what? Now I get it. The squiggly little lines are like the worms chasing the guy. Totally. I was like, wow. Yeah, sometimes I'm a little slow. This is interesting because you're like, what kind of place is this? Now hiring cooks and servers, detailers, and mechanics.
Yeah.
When life gives you lemons, squeeze them in people's eyes. Hey, John, how you doing? It's so sad that you please dispose of paper towels and trash in the trash can, because they had a sign up that said, please dispose of paper towels in the trash can, right? So people were like putting the trash next to it or something. totally see that as a teenager thing.
It's sad that you have to detail it out.
Please don't be rude to me because my rude will out-rude your rude and I'll make you cry. You gotta love, accurate
Opium
descriptions.
eater.
Sullivan Black, 1720 to 1793. So he lived 73 years. A libertine, opium eater, drunkard, duelist, gambler, and wastrel. Lived and died here. I'm not sure why he's important. I
Wow.
didn't look him up, but
Quite
dang,
colorful.
he enjoyed his life, it seems.
Yes, he did.
Indigo says that's in England. Sullivan Black, very English sounding name. I love this because if this is a real
That's bad.
they, they they had fun. These people, they had fun. They had a sense of humor, and you could just see this little kind of slight smirk on her face, like she's trying not to really smile too much, just kind of pointing it out. Rocky
And you
Mountain
can see it's
oysters
in the
are
50s and 60s. So
Sack
it was,
lunch.
that
Yeah,
was really
definitely. Yeah, I'm thinking 50s, but based on the hairstyle, because it's almost a 40s hairstyle.
It
Well,
is.
and I'm looking at the prices too, and that'd be early 50s, if not late
Oh, sure, you have
40s.
a hamburger for 12.
So, yeah, hamburger
Yeah.
12 cents,
Yeah, she's got
hot
a
dog
rat in
5 cents,
Yeah.
coffee 5 cents.
Rocky
DeAudrey,
Mountain oysters.
what are Rocky Mountain oysters? Those are cow balls. Yeah. Indigo, you are correct. They are cow balls. And my ex-husband decided that he had to have them just to try them. There are some things in life I don't need to know what they taste like. I'm good. I'm just good.
All
And
right.
that is one of them.
Yeah. And,
I have no interest. Oh, this is
I've
just
done some crazy
crocodiles
things.
crawling over. Watch for pedestrians on the left and right. Guys, if I ever get
Looks like he's watching
monetized, all your money is going into YouTube Premium so they don't have ads. Shallow water, beware, danger of drowning. Well, if you're young, I guess.
Interesting combo.
Restrooms are closed.
Right.
Please bury your human waste 6 inches deep. Oh my gosh. Tired of being fat and ugly? Just be ugly. 24-hour fit.
Wow.
That's caustic. Talk about taking the fun out of the beach. Beach rules: no food or drink, no disrobing, no radios without earphones, no ball playing, frisbee, or any game of catch, and no dogs allowed. It's one boring beach.
What's
Gotta
the point?
say. I
What's the
know.
point of going?
I mean, that's like your septuagenarian's beach, just
Right,
you can go and
exactly.
just sit and
Exactly.
know what, there'll be nothing to bother you. No noise, no,
Yeah.
just sit and watch the waves roll in.
I can see somebody
This
whipping
is-
their cane out and yelling at them.
I know, exactly. DeAudrey, oops, got the wrong one. Indigo, I'm just bound and determined to highlight you. This is the no fun beach. Exactly. Totally.
Yeah, and frisbees and ball playing. You know what's going to happen. You know Santa's going to fly up. You know frisbees are flying over you. It's part of the fun,
And most people in general try and find an area without people by. But I mean, I get accidents happen and things, but for G's oh bees. I mean,
Right?
I love Marie asked, can I bring my cat? I
Sure,
think you
honey.
can. Probably as
It's
long
not
as
on
he or
the
she is
list.
on a leash. Oh, we got a little cat harness because our cats love going outside. They love being on the porch and they love being on the patio. It's fenced, not that they can't jump over it, but so I figured, you know what? We'll get them a little cat harness with the little leash and we'll see how this goes. I put the cat harness on them. They froze. You would have thought I just taken them out of the freezer. They were like, and now what am I supposed to do? They like wouldn't move a muscle. It was hilarious.
Every cat I ever put it on, they as soon as I start, come on, they go plop to the side.
Ex-
They fall to the side, and they just kind of get up and walk with me, honey. They're just gonna lay there.
Exactly. So I took Tig outside and I set him in the grass and I started kind of, trying to walk at least with the harness, maybe he'll get the idea. And it was just like, I drug him like 2 feet. No, I'm not walking.
Right?
I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to have to just let you live in this for a while and get used to it in the house. And then maybe we can take you on a walk. So we'll try and put it back on them. My ducks are absolutely not in a row. I don't even know where some of them are. And I'm pretty sure one of them is a pigeon.
I can so identify with that.
Keep off the thin ice. Danger, ninjas and pirates and lasers.
That's a good warning sign.
Oh my
You would
God.
remember that warning sign.
I showed this to my son because he worked at Taco Bell for like a year in high school or whatever. And he's like, yeah, that's about right. It's about the type of brain power that we put out at Taco Bell. Clothes were out of meat.
Well, I love the spelling to start with.
MEET, right? Yeah.
Right? Well, I went to an A&W. Whoever knows what an A&W is, root beer. So
Yeah.
I went,
Root beer
okay,
stand.
I want a root beer float. And A&W makes the best root beer floats. That's just my opinion. But so I went to A&W. That's what they're known for, is their root beer. I drive up and I order a root beer float, and they say, we're out of root beer. Not out of burgers, not out of fries. They're out of their main thing, root beer. They were out of root beer. I went,
You like running out of hot dogs. You go to an A&W stand for hot dogs and a root beer float.
uh-huh.
How can you go to an A&W for hot dogs and a root beer float? It'd be like saying you were out of hot dogs. You can't do that. How do you run out of root beer? Yes, I was thinking the same thing, BJ. This one looks like it's been photoshopped. I could see the Y being out, but I
And
do
part of the
think
P.
that making the P look like an F, somebody just kind of changed that a little bit.
But it's still cute.
It's still funny. Be prepared to stop, and they put it right at the stop sign.
I wonder how many people's run that stop sign.
I have to love that. We should do one of foreign signs sometime.
Oh,
That's
that
what
would be
this
fun.
brought to mind. It says refrain from talking, so we have the no with the talking. And the spit droplets. This is what I love.
Right.
It's got the spit droplets in there, right? And yes. I'm not sure what the 3 dots are. Is that maybe you can talk in a whisper, maybe?
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
country
foreign signs
signs.
would be good.
We can, yeah, that would be fun. Loading and
No.
unloading only. Well, first of all, you have to have a ramp that's not in the water.
Stop. This is not a dumpster. Yeah, it is.
Right?
Danger. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Drivers. Yay to the spay hats, off to the nads off. Love the animal clinic ones. It's kind of amazing, right? A tree, 22 kilograms of CO2 that they absorb. Overnight crew,
Mhm.
do not move the switches.
Yeah.
Stereotyping, using 2 keyboards at the same time. Why am
Wah,
I the only
wah,
naked
wah.
person at the gender reveal party? I just did a week's
I
worth of
like
cardio
that.
after walking
I
into a
like that.
spider web. That resembles me. I love this one. I laughed so hard. Adam and Eve, the first people not to read the Apple terms and conditions. This church has some funny ones. Last car that parked here is still missing. I'm a fairly generous person, but my presents get a bad rap.
Wah, wah. Yeah.
Exactly. These apples are not
Try to eat
real.
them.
Do not try to eat them. I can't believe I have to write this sign. Sign the management. You know that there was some store manager just
Yes, you do, honey.
not
When
again.
you deal with the public.
Really? Exactly. Someone, not again. They have little tags on them. We're not a food store. Really? These apples taste like crap.
Yeah,
Darn.
waxy.
Dental office only.
That's
All
good.
others will be painfully extracted.
That's good.
Okay. All right, y'all. I 100% fell into it. What did you read the sign as saying? I totally thought it said the clit simulation for at the top it says, I know, that's how I read it at first. I totally fell into it. Battle faster, I hear banjos. Anybody else see Deliverance?
I like that.
Making a boat out of stone would be a hard ship. Yeah, I think Vince is a dad. Yeah, his
Yeah.
signs are usually always like that. Wouldn't it be great if we could put ourselves in the dryer for 10 minutes, come out wrinkle free and 3 size smaller?
You
That's
invent one,
great.
honey, I'll climb in.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you?
Totally worth it. Worth our little agony. No horn blowing except for anger. I'm not sure what it, except for danger, I'm sure it said.
Uh-huh.
In search of some fresh flower puns. This'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
I laughed and I thought, oh my gosh, somebody actually had to put this up. Please do not toss coins in the baptismal font.
Well, the thing is it had to be done, and then they had to order it, and then they had to hang it. I mean, this is.
They had to get a stand for it. How many times did it happen? That's what I wanted that you
Was this
you
a repetition?
thought. Yeah, well, I mean, I could see why people would think it would be a lucky thing. You would be better off sandpapering a Lions bus in a pair of pork chop panties than being caught on the other side of this fence. What has 2 butts and kills people? An assassin. Okay. So that's it for our hilarious
That was
hilarious
cute. That was
signs.
cute.
It was very cute.
I needed
I
that.
definitely appreciated it. Definitely appreciated you sending that. Right, an assassin. Do have, and I don't know if I know I've played some Karen Morgan comedy on here, and honestly, I don't care if I get copyright struck. Um,
Yes,
let
it
me.
was.
I gotta go look my history up here for a minute. Oh, okay. Let me get past this. Turn our volume on. And share screen. This is Karen Morgan. She's a comedian. She's a Gen Xer. And
Are we sharing
it's
screen
called
right now?
We've Got Skills.
There we go, honey. Okay.
Here we go. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna play it.
So below millennials, what's next? Come Gen Z. Gen Z comes under but millennials. So these are my kids, y'all. Yeah, good luck, America. Whew. Gen Z don't know how to write a check. They can't read cursive.
Nope.
They don't know how to address an envelope. They can't read a paper map. They can't get anywhere unless there's a map on their phone. And before you say, "Oh, you should have taught your kids these things," or "Oh, we don't need to know these things anymore," I just say this: if Gen Z takes over the world, it's going to be very easy to get it back. When the power lines go down, we're just going to write our battle plans in cursive on a piece of paper. Or mail it to ourselves in envelopes with a stamp already on it. A drop.
Can you hear me? Because I think I froze again.
She's doing fine.
Oh, you
How
can
about
hear
everybody?
me? I froze again. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure you
you've
can
been-
hear me.
You've been frozen for a while. We can all hear
Oh,
you.
I have?
Well, I can hear you.
Okay. I'll deal with that when I get done with this. But I'll tell you, I've
Lisa throws
written
on a pretty
notes.
face.
Yeah. At least I'm not going, well, you can't see me, but I've written notes to my son in cursive before, and he's just been like, "What? I can't read this, Mom."
Uh-huh.
That, 6 weeks they had of cursive class in third grade, it didn't really do much, So it definitely is a skill that they have lost.
To each other's houses in our manual transmission cars. So who did I forget? Xers, yeah, Xers. Okay, so X are awesome. I didn't forget X because I was born the first year of Gen X or the last year of Gen Jones, depending on whose chart you look at. But everyone forgets Gen X, y'all. Even CBS News forgot Gen X last year. They did this whole thing on all the generations. They did silent generation, and then they did boomers, and they skipped over 65 million of us Jan Brady's. And they went down to the millennials and the post-millennials. Here's all y'all need to know about us Gen Xers. We don't care. Do not care. In fact, we kind of like it. We're like the secret dive bar that only the locals know about. We don't advertise, but we're never going out of business. We are not. Now, I did a couple of these things on a clip that went viral last summer because I was making fun of Gen Zers and everyone got upset. Well, the Gen Zers got upset. They got their feelings really hurt. And I got some really mean comments like, "I bet you can't even format a PDF." "I bet you can't even turn your phone to dark mode." But here's the thing, Gen Zers, and my kids are Gen Zers, and I've talked to them about this. What they don't understand is that we're the last generation that was raised with both analog skills and digital skills. We have all of them, but we don't brag about it because we're ninjas. I was in the Atlanta airport, this is just a few weeks ago, and I'm changing Concords in Atlanta, and I saw a U.S. passport sitting right in the top of the escalator going down, just right in the middle. It was a U.S. passport. I thought, ooh, I knew before I picked it up and opened it that it belonged to a man-child. Because I have man-children. And I opened it up, and sure enough, Cody Mitchell, age 18, Dallas, Texas. And all I could hear was Cody's mother saying, Cody, there's only one thing you can't lose on your trip. You can lose your cash. You can lose your credit cards. You can even lose your phone, but don't lose your passport, Cody.
I love Karen Mitchell. She makes me laugh.
She's almost she's really a realist. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, and her other things about I love it because she makes fun of the Gen Zers, but she's like, hey, my kids are Gen Zers, right?
Uh-huh.
And when I oh shoot, I shut that down. I'm gonna have to do a new tab here, and I do have a couple of little other ones to show you. And yeah, we're into Gen Z. We're into Gen X humor right now, guys, because it's what I was listening to this morning. And I just thought it was hilarious.
BJ, other restrained in my son. So say hi to my son. Other restrained.
Oh yes, hey other, how you doing?
There it is.
Glad you're on. Hang on a second, guys. Okay.
See, everybody's missed you, honey.
All right, I am going to increase the speed on this just slightly.
Okay.
And we'll see.
You can see I'm up for anything. I'm game.
Comedians, they tend to do those pauses and stuff. And I got us at 1.5. We'll see how it goes. If it's too fast for anybody, let me know. Okay. Just, put slow it down or too fast or something in the comments. But yeah, this is another Karen Morgan bit. And because she just tickles my fancy. And this is why 70s and 80s kids rule.
Okay, let's talk about it. I'm not a 70, 80 kids, but I'll take it.
But you were around for the 70s and 80s,
oh, yeah.
right? I mean, you were young. You were still young during the 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah.
So, you remember these times well.
Oh, yeah.
One of these things is that we are strong people. We didn't even need sunscreen. We just laid out on giant sheets of aluminum foil with baby oil and iodine. Hawaiian Tropic Red Label.
Did you? Were you one of the baby oil people?
I still do.
Hawaiian Tropic Red Label, right? If you were gonna have maybe 2 SPF or something like that.
When I lay out in the sun, I can't lay out in the sun. So I'm laying out in the sun for just a little short time. So I'm like, okay, give it to me as quick as you can so I can go do something.
Slash fry.
Right?
We put our chairs up on the roof to get higher to the sun. And we only turned over when the radio station told us to. Right? We grew up in the way, way back seat of our mom's station wagon, just rear facing at the people behind us, just waving back there. Waving. In Homewood Hills, our mom's station wagons were just aircraft carriers, just driving around there, launching kids left and right throughout the neighborhood. We had 12 kids in our carpool. 12 kids, 5 families, the Tillmans, the Barbers, the Kemps, and the Fowlers and us, 5 families. Nobody wore a seatbelt. Not even in the front seat. If your mom's arm wasn't strong enough, you deserved to go through the windshield. Nobody cared. Back then, we didn't have helicopter parents. In fact, we had the opposite of helicopter parents, right? We did.
100%
We had
true.
Home Depot parents, where you think there should be someone working in the store that could help you, but there's no one around. You're on your own. This is Home Depot. Do you need a skill saw? There's only one left in the whole store, and it's way up there. So just grab yourself one of those rolling staircases, my friend, and crawl up there and get it yourself. But don't pull it over and cut your arm off, because no one will take you to the hospital. Here's what you get. Suck it up, blow on it, walk it off, rub some dirt on it, bleed over the sink. My mom's favorite was don't bleed on the shag carpet.
I so remember this.
I can identify with all that.
Please, don't bleed on the carpet.
Yeah.
At least be in the kitchen and bleed on the linoleum, but don't bleed on the carpet.
Get to the sink. Get to the sink.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, walk it off. That was my dad's favorite, I think. Walk it off. What about you guys out there? I don't know what your parents told you. If you're part of our Gen Xer generation, or even if you're younger. I mean, when you got hurt, what was the go-to for your parents? It definitely was
And
walk
mine was
it
always
off.
take it to the sink. Get it over the sink. Come on, let's get it over the sink. Get it over the
Get
sink.
it over the sink.
Get it over the sink. Go to
Suck
your
it-
room.
suck it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I did hear suck it
I'm
up
a
too.
50 child as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I heard a suck it up. Oh, don't cry. It's not that bad. Don't cry. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
That would a lot too.
And how about this one? Let the dog lick it. It'll heal faster.
Anybody
no.
else ever hear that one? 100%. 100% I heard that in my household.
My grandmother
Oh,
would pull out cornstarch if you were cut. You go to the
Cornstarch.
sink, and then she'd go to the cabinet and get the cornstarch and start putting it on it.
I have never heard of this. Because it was absorbent?
It stopped the bleeding. It coagulated it, so it stopped the bleeding. That and
kind
aloe.
of like a styptic pen or something.
Uh-huh.
The same type of thing.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
That's it. Yeah. That was
Not on the carpet. That's what we tell the cats if they're about to barf. Marie, I'm 100% with you. It's like, no, not on the carpet, not on the carpet. Yeah. Oh, jeez, oh, Pete.
How many cats do you have, Marie? I'm just curious. I love it.
I will say I am fortunate with these cats. I've never seen them cough up a hairball. I've seen them. I think their food doesn't agree with them. They eat too fast or something. So I've seen that, but I have never seen them with a hairball, which is so weird.
Iodine. She says,
Yes.
Crystal says iodine. Mercurochrome. Oh!
Mercurochrome. Oh my gosh, I remember that.
There wasn't enough blowing when they're putting that on.
Oh yes, yeah. The iodine. It'll only sting for a minute,
That's-
right? It'll
yeah,
only.
there's a good line.
It'll only sting for a minute. Yes, Krista,
And then-
stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about. Definitely heard that one in my house as well. Definitely heard that one. Okay, here we go.
It's true. Nobody cared if we were bored. Nobody cared what our grades were. Nobody cared that we were eating lunch out of a lunchbox that was filled with unrefrigerated dairy products and rust. We had a rusty lunchbox.
Well, you can't see me, but I'm raising my hand. Rusty lunchbox here. Right. Yeah, and you didn't want like
box.
there was a phase where I was like egg salad sandwiches. That's what I was eating or whatever. And I remember for I think the entire third grade I ate egg salad sandwiches.
Okay.
And I don't know how those things survived.
We're talking eggs and mayonnaise.
Eggs mayonnaise, right. And it was in my unrefrigerated classroom, my unrefrigerated school in my locker, right? All day, all morning until lunchtime. Never
And you
didn't
pop it
think
open, and all you smell is that egg salad.
didn't think two thinks about it, right? I mean, it was just like, whatever. I want to ask everybody here. She said didn't care if we were bored. What is the one thing you heard if you went to your parents during the summertime and something and said, "I'm bored"? What was their response?
My mother would start giving me chores. Well, if you're
Exactly.
bored, you can
We
mop the floor. You can do the dishes. You know, she'll just start giving me chores.
100%. It was just, I've got lots of things for you to do. And you start running, then you learn quickly, very quickly, never admit that you're bored.
Right?
You will be given something to do.
Yeah.
That's it, Crystal. I'll give you something to do then. Chores.
Right?
Fiji says, read a book. I have to say, my dad's answer was the chores. My mom's was read a book because my mom was a total bookworm. If she was sitting around, she was reading a book. And
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't.
so
Books
that
wasn't a big thing around my house. My grandmother was dyslexic. My mother was dyslexic. I'm dyslexic. So bookworms were not common in my house.
we're not. Oh,
And that's before they, had the
before they understood dyslexia and
how to
figured
work
it
with it.
out.
Yeah.
And right, exactly.
I'm before that.
Marie says, I still remember the smell of salmon sandwiches that classmates had when I was in grade 1. No wonder I couldn't eat salmon when I was an adult.
Yeah. I did the classic peanut butter and jelly, and it had to be grape jelly. And that's what I ate every single day. Every single day. Until I finally made it high enough into class. I think it was middle school,
Where you could buy
and
lunch.
they had a lunchroom. But
Yeah.
peanut butter and grape jelly.
Oh, see, we didn't like grape jelly in our house. And I don't know why. But so we had to have strawberry jam. And I was fortunate enough, my grandmother, my Nana, would always, no matter when she came, she would always she'd come in the summertime, and she had taught my mom, and so my mom would always, it was the only thing she ever canned that I remember, but she made strawberry jam, strawberry preserves, or whatever you call
They're
it.
really
So
good.
yeah, so we always had our homemade strawberry jam and peanut butter, or it was peanut butter and fluffernutter.
Okay.
Anybody else remember fluffernutter?
Uh-huh.
My gosh, no wonder we were falling asleep by 3:00. We
What is this peanut butter and onions? Do you
we
see
had a
this?
sugar sandwich. Oh my gosh, peanut
Ah!
butter and BJ,
See, that would be a
never
Georgia
heard of
sandwich.
that. I have never heard of that. Wow. Yeah, peanut butter and fluff in there. They're the sugar sandwiches, the original sugar sandwich.
And I don't know how they controlled them after lunch. That's high there.
Oh my gosh, we had recess right after lunch. So, which was smart because they'd feed us, and then whatever sugar rush we got from that, mostly peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right, for most people. And then yeah, we were off to recess for half an hour, whatever it was.
I decided to do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because of everybody had a lunchbox. Everybody had a lunchbox.
Oh yeah.
And you could smell who was opening what was in their lunches. And it was like, I'm not having my lunch stink. I'm not having,
Yeah.
When you open it up and you can smell the tuna salad and I'm not doing that. So that's the reason. Peanut butter and jelly every single day on white bread. I
don't remember my sandwiches smelling. But it's not like I had an ice pack in there. So.
Oh no. The only thing that was supposed to be cold was in the thermos.
Which never stayed cold. I don't think those ever.
Sambal? What is that? Peanut
know.
sugar.
Rick says peanut butter and sugar on crackers. I had that for lunch today.
Oh, okay.
All right. Krumel, yeah, you're going to, I'm not sure what sambal is.
That's what I was
Krumel's-
curious about.
Krumel's in the
More
Netherlands.
words on that, please. I'm
Krumel's
curious.
in the- Okay, so
That's all
I
peanut butter and
gotta look
banana.
this.
We call it a fluffernutter plus. Yeah.
Sambal, it says food. A chili-based sauce. Interesting. Peanut butter. Well, sweet and spicy. I can see that. Not that I ever would have thought of it,
Okay.
but it's a chili-based, mainly from Southeast Asia.
Okay.
So
To
sweet and
each his own.
spicy. Well, sweet and spicy, I can see that being. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you know, he's in Europe, and so I don't know if that was just a him thing or
Oh, it's an Indonesian pepper paste. Okay.
yeah, it's an Indonesian pepper paste. Is that a Netherlands thing,
Indonesian food.
or is that just a you house thing, Krumel?
Were you a
You know-
one-off on that?
You know, well, sometimes you know, somebody will say something, they're from another country, and you kind of think, oh, that's what they must have eat, that's what they eat over there, what they ate back then or whatever. And then you find out, no, that was just their weird family, right? So BJ says peanut butter and Dutch mustard.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, see, now that just sounds too yummy.
There we
I'd
go.
eat it before
Cinnamon toast. Cinnamon toast.
cinnamon sugar, white bread with butter.
That's always a good breakfast.
I'd eat that before it made it to lunch. I'd eat it on the way to school. You can't put cinnamon toast in front of me without me
Dutch
eating it.
Indian colony food. Okay. Thank you. That's very interesting. I love that.
Oh,
you
that
know
makes
I do,
perfect
Bill.
sense. 'Cause Netherlands
I do.
is obviously Dutch, so for Dutch Indonesians.
Okay.
Hey, I got it. All right.
Oh, because
All
of
right.
peanut butters. No,
Oh,
those
because of peanut
rusty
butter,
lunch boxes. That's where we were.
Yes, rusty lunch boxes. So we're picking up at a rusty lunch box.
Never going out of business. Nobody cared that we were being pummeled in the face by real red rubber dodgeballs. The real red rubber, not the little foamy baby ones they have now. Coach Mike's PE class. Right? You could smell the rubber coming at you. It just went twang when it hit you in the face. And then you had a crosshatch print right on your forehead, right there. No one cared. Nobody cared about the trauma of sea monkeys.
I
Who
never
had
had
sea
sea
monkeys? I'm
monkeys.
still not over sea monkeys. I'm not over it. I paid my $1.25 out of the back of the comic book. I was supposed to get the whole sea monkey family. The mama sea monkey and the daddy sea monkey and the baby sea monkey and junior sea monkey. They had tails. They lived in a castle. And they were supposed to come live with me and I could teach them tricks. That's not what we got. That is not what I got in my mailbox at 192 Pendleton Drive. No, I got 3 envelopes filled with disappointment.
This is the laziest way to eliminate the parasite that causes type 2.
Right there.
Just make this 15-second.
Got it.
Deceit and dehydrated brine shrimp.
Yep.
Just a fishbowl full of bugs. It was awful. Nobody cared that woman
Exactly.
on Romper Room never said my name. She never said my name. And I watched it all the time. I finally stopped and I started watching Officer Dawn instead. In the ooey gooey bag. It was much more fun. Nobody cared that we were being hurt on metal roller skates. The kind of clamped on your shoe, kind of like that, right?
Anybody
You
else
didn't
have
hurt
those?
because you went fast, because you could not go fast because the metal on the concrete kind of went like this. So this is as fast as you could go, but about the third, your foot came up out of that clamp, right? But the metal skate was still attached to your ankle with a little belt. So the skate would ram you right in the shin and then knock you down. No one cared. No one cared that Lady Elaine Fairchild sounded a whole lot like Mr. Rogers. Right? Just, he just used a high lady voice. It was very confusing. Or that she looked like she'd been throwing back a whole lot of Beefeater gin martinis. It's true. Where do you think she came up with boomerang, toomerang, seamerang? She was day drinking behind the museum go round. No one cared. No one cared. Nobody cared that we were scared to death of Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka.
God, yes.
He was scary as he sang that insane song while the Oompa Loompas rowed the boat faster and faster and faster down the Chocolate River into that tunnel where we saw a chicken getting its head chopped off and a millipede crawling over some lady's face. And then at the end of the movie, Willy Wonka screams at poor Charlie Bucket in Latin, trying to get out of a contract through a legal loophole. A contract which, by the way, was not binding to begin with because you can't enter a contract with a minor. But I didn't know that then yet because I had gone to law school because I was 8.
Anybody else traumatized by the boat faster and faster scene in Willy Wonka? That stuff was scary.
That stuff was scary.
You go back and watch it, and it's like, oh my gosh, this was like total kids. I do remember watching it for the first time, and when they're walking through and they're just like eating everything that's growing and wishing, oh my God, why can we not have a candy forest?
What scared me the most was when that girl started blowing up and turning purple. It scared the living daylights out of me.
Oh, really? You went bonkers when Violet blew herself up like a blueberry?
Yeah. Ooh. I went, what is going on? She's gonna blow.
She's gonna go. Yeah, that'd be the 2025 version. It's blood and guts everywhere.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Ramel, you have
saw
never
Willy
seen
Wonka?
Willy Wonka?
They did a bunch.
Oh my gosh.
They did
The
Willy
original
Wonka,
Willy
and then they
Wonka.
did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then they did this one.
Yeah, not the remake with Johnny Depp. We're talking about the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka.
I love Gene Wilder. It didn't matter what he did. He was always kind of that kind of left-handed kind of guy. I liked him.
I think Young Frankenstein was my favorite of his.
I saw the movie and it didn't bother me that much. Oh, okay.
I can see if you were seeing it as an adult. No, I definitely saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I love Gene Wilder and Stir Crazy and Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I think those are my two
Blazing
favorites.
Saddles he was good into.
Oh, that's right. He was in Blazing Saddles.
I like Blazing Saddles with Madeline Kahn singing Tired. And I was just, yeah.
Yeah. My dad loved that movie.
Yeah.
And hey, Izzy, how you doing? Welcome. Glad you're joining us this afternoon. All right, we're going to listen to a little more Karen Morgan.
It was that Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka was very, very scary. Even just going to the movies back then was very different, right? We went by ourselves, right? Either our moms dropped us off, we rode our bikes, we walked up there. So if the movie was like G or PG, no problem. Here's some PG movies they have now. Moana, Monsters, Inc., Frozen is PG. Here's a PG movie I watched as a child, Jaws.
Yep, I've actually never seen Jaws.
PG. Oh, I didn't go by myself. I went with my neighbor, Margie Hodges. I was 11. She was 9. Our mothers just dropped us off up at Beechwood Cinemas, right, with $5 and said, have a great afternoon.
Exactly.
So we went into Beechwood Cinemas and we bought our popcorn and our Raisinets and our Junior Mints and our Cokes. It was the summer. There was not many people in there. It was just kind of us. And we went halfway down and halfway across. And Margie said to me, well, what's this movie about? I said, I don't even know. I think it's something about going to the beach. Had we bothered to look at the movie poster on the way in there, we would have seen it say the terrifying movie from the #1 terrifying bestseller, Over the Giant Shark. But we didn't look at the poster. No, our moms certainly didn't see the poster. They didn't even get out of the car. And in their defense, back then PG-13 had not been invented yet. It wouldn't be invented until 1984. So I guess they thought it was okay for an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old to see Jaws by themselves. It was not okay. It was not. It's still not okay. I was okay at the beginning of the film, like when the music first starts. I was okay. I was okay when pieces of Chrissy Watkins washed up on the beach. I was even okay when Alex Kittner got eaten in a spew of blood and rubber raft. I was okay. But I began to not be okay when Richard Dreyfuss was scuba diving at night and he's under that boat and the disembodied head of Ben Gardner rolled out of that boat onto Richard Dreyfuss. I thought to myself, I may not should be here. this might not be okay for me. And then when the little crab crawled out of the eyeball socket of Ben Gardner's disembodied head, I jumped into the seat with Margie Hodges, where I remained the rest of the movie. Now, you might remember that the shark, you don't even see the shark until an hour and a half into that film. An hour and a half. So the music is what's scary and suspenseful, right? So I remember sticking my fingers in my ears and my thumbs in my eyeballs and just smashing. I'm amazed I have vision, quite honestly. So towards the end of the movie, you finally see the whole shark, and he's chewing up Quint as the boat is sinking, right? And I turned to Margie, I'm like, see, it's not even real. So the very end of the movie, the shark explodes. Right? Spoiler alert, 1975 movie, shark explodes. We jumped up out of our seats and our popcorn went everywhere. We dropped our coats. We were not cheering because Richard Dreyfuss and Roy Scheider had survived. We were cheering because we had survived. We're never going out of business.
Who's coming in the driveway?
I know, guys.
Back then,
Can you believe that Jaws was originally PG?
Well, I don't know if PG, like she said, I don't know if PG was really around at that time, was it? When did PG start?
PG was
82. And that
PG
came out in
was,
75.
but PG-13 wasn't.
Yeah.
And I think that it's like if you got any nudity, then you got your R. But as far as violence goes,
We got to
I
see a
guess
lot.
well, yeah,
It wasn't
very
any big
much.
deal. PG, we didn't even pay attention to it. You know?
Well, nowadays, I mean, if you look back at some of the movies that were R back then, they'd be PG-13 now.
Yeah.
You know, because it would are, you know, what we accept as certain levels, but also the violence back then. There weren't the gore movies. You know, I mean, Jaws was like probably one of the more scary ones in terms of actually having blood and guts and stuff, you know,
Right.
because most of them I don't think were quite like that.
PG-13 was made for Gremlins and Indiana Jones. I think so. I
Interesting.
think it was for Indiana Jones. I think that's
Gremlins. Really, Gremlins? PG-13? See, I would have put Jaws way up higher, closer to R than I would Gremlins or Indiana Jones.
yeah.
I honestly
I
have
thought it was
never
an R.
seen.
I thought it was an R movie.
I've never seen Jaws. Can you believe it? I have actually never seen Jaws all the way through. There are a few like really well-known movies that I've actually never watched or never watched the whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces of it or whatever.
Right.
Jaws is actually just one of them.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched Jaws. I've never watched any Godfather movies. I've never watched those. Never watched any Rockies. Never watched it.
Okay, I have not watched all the Rockies. I've watched some of I think I saw 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Tommy may ban me from his channel for saying this, but I have not seen the Godfather movies either.
Oh.
And I think the reason is because when they first came out, I think my brother saw the first one, and he told me about the horse head in the bed.
That was the big.
And I went, nope, not for me. Not gonna do it. Oh, the PG-13 was for Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. Now that I can see. Yeah, the scene where they're eating monkey brains. Yeah, that's like.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense, and the getting the heart ripped out too. Yeah, I can see it for the Temple of Doom one. I was like, the original one, really? Oh my gosh! Indigo says they did not tell the actor about the horse head. Now, A Clockwork Orange is one I have not seen either.
Wow.
That's another one.
How old are you?
That's another one of the big ones I have never seen. I have seen scenes from it, and the scenes that I have seen have freaked me out. And I think that's what I just said. I've not seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Jack Nicholson. It just the scenes I had seen from it, I just went, nope, nope.
Yeah.
Sorry, you definitely look like a crazy person, and this is not something that my head needs to see. Uh, and so I have not seen that either. But yes, I will admit I've not. So I've not seen the Godfather movies. Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure.
DeAudrey says that Clockwork Orange is pretty triggering. Yeah, and that's why I've
It can be.
seen clips from it over the years. And honestly, I did. I decided that for my mental health, I did not need to see the whole thing. And it just is
It
as
just
great of a
depends. It
movie
depends on the
as it may have
person,
been.
you know.
Yeah, and some people,
Just love it.
separate what
Just dig it.
well, some people separate what they see in a movie differently, you know? Like I could watch
Like
people,
everything else.
it's gonna sound so strange, but I could watch people talking about their real life issues all day long. Now, if I watched it for 8 hours straight, I might get a little triggered and need a break. But from the scenes that I've seen, like with Clockwork, it's just too triggering for me. Isn't that weird? And some people can watch the blood and guts and the sadist horror movies and all that stuff, all day long, and it doesn't bother them, and they're like, whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, they're just when they're pulling out the second 5-gallon bucket of blood for the movie, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a 1 bucket limit with me, and other than that, I'm just like, okay, we've gone into gratuitous mode. Although I can say, because I know some people are huge horror film buffs, right?
Right.
And some people like the psychological horrors more, and I can kind of do those. But I did enjoy. I'll put enjoy in quotes, but I did enjoy A Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
And that was a horror movie, and I don't know how many gallons of blood they had for that movie, but it really was a spoof. If you listen to it, it was a spoof off of like all the 80s and 90s horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had the jock and the virgin and the party girl and the nerd and the somebody else. And it was like, so they killed them in order that they'd always get killed in the movies, that we would have back in the 80s or whatever. And so from that aspect, it was hilarious. Yeah, see, DeAudrey Gore agrees with me. She said Cabin in the Woods was so funny. And the premise is they've got these people at this cabin in the woods, but it's kind of like a Truman Show thing where
Right.
they're actually filming it and it's actually like a set. And so they're releasing the monsters. And yeah, so if you've ever watched some of the 80s movies and stuff,
Right.
from that aspect, they did a pretty good take on it.
Yeah,
All right, we'll finish up here with the rest of our little Karen Morgan.
School made us stronger. I'm going to show you this. I'm not giving you the finger, but I'm showing you this is a permanent callus from a big black pencil from Miss Joyce Green's first grade class when we learned cursive. Right there it is, right there. Our pencil boxes were actual cigar boxes.
Mine was.
No one cared. Nobody cared.
Anybody else?
Later on, we just got high as kites off of mimeograph paper. That was fun. Mrs. Fairclough would say, "Who wants to volunteer to go pick up the worksheets in the office?" And I was like, "Me." And you pick them up from the office, and they're still wet, and just all the way back. So good.
Oh, really?
Some of y'all sniff some
remember
paper.
that.
I can tell. Bunch of paper sniffers. Our school did not have a school nurse. We just had a secretary who, if you got sick or hurt, you just sort of sat over in the teacher's lounge while they were smoking. And then the secretary spent a long time trying to find your mother in the days before cell phones or answering machines. You could be there all day long.
Yep.
And mental health was not a thing at all. Nobody even knew what that was. And this was later on. I remember being in science class when the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded and everybody on board perished. My science teacher just turned off the television and went, "Okay, everybody turn to chapter 8, mitochondria."
Anybody else? Anybody else in class actually watch that happen on live TV? Because I remember it. I remember, and it's the same thing. Our teacher, she just kind of turned off the TV and said, "All right, then. Well, let's move on to our lesson plan."
Well, I was at work.
You're
I was
right.
at work at a bar, so it was all over the screens, But
And so I'm sure people were talking about it and stuff. But yeah, no, I remember being in school. I remember being in school. I don't know if anybody else was in school when they and saw that, but
especially your age, you need that explained to you. You know what you just saw. You can't just click it off and go, okay.
Well, that's what it was, and the parents would kind of talk in whispers, at home because they didn't want to, talk about real bad things or whatever. And they just, oh my God. Oh, BJ says he saw the live TV of Kennedy's assassination.
Okay. We're really
Wow.
close, BJ. We're really close.
I think
too little. I think I was doing Romper Room at the time or something. You know what I mean?
Because when was he assassinated? 63. 63. Right. Yes. So my mom actually witnessed that as well because she was 13 at the time. And they were watching this. And she, to this day, she can tell you exactly what she was. I think she can even tell you what she was wearing at the time.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those moments where I know a lot of people later on in life will say, I know where I was at 9/11 or, other key things. My mom can tell you, exactly where she was with that.
A lot of people can. I've talked to people about that, and they said, I was a kid, and what made me mad was they interrupted I Love Lucy, reruns. So,
right. Yeah.
And it just depends. It just depends on where you were.
Total defining moment. Yeah. One of those things that was a total defining moment.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, 9/11.
And we just went on with our
coming soon.
Nobody came to our athletic practices. Nobody brought sliced oranges. And certainly no one was creating a play date for us, right? At 8 o'clock in the morning, here's how my mom did a play date. Y'all go outside and play. Boom, she'd lock the door.
Yep.
We were out there all day. We didn't have anything to eat. We didn't have anything to drink. We didn't have a juice box or any goldfish crackers. If we were thirsty, we drank out of the hose. Never going out of business. And the water was hot, by the way. And what were we doing outside all day? Well, we were trying to kill each other. We had rock fights. We had dirt clod fights. We had green pine cone fights. And we had BB gun fights. Right? We were shooting each other directly with BB guns. Our parents knew it and no one cared. They bought the BBs. And on special occasions, we would ramp up to Roman candle wars or bottle rocket wars. And all my dad ever said was, don't shoot each other directly in the eye. Someday you might have to have an MRI.
How long before I see results with Tai Chi?
Day 3, you'll feel your
lawn
energy.
darts.
Day 7, your eyes will
They
change.
would buy us lawn darts.
We made Evil Knievel bike ramps out of.
Oh, absolutely. I remember my brother got stuck by a lawn dart.
Oh yeah.
I could
It was
not
like
throw those
legalized
things.
mumbly peg.
I could not throw those things to save our souls. I actually have a scar in my right eyebrow. I got 9 stitches from a dirt clod fight. There was a rock in the middle of the dirt clod.
Of course, those were the best.
Yeah. I didn't even want to be part of the dirt clod fight, but I did, but I didn't. I wanted to play, but I really didn't want things thrown at me. So, DeAudrey asked, what's a lawn dart? Well, a lawn dart were these, basically a metal spike with fins on it. And you tried to throw it into a hoop, basically like having a hula hoop in the ground somewhere down the yard. And it was whoever could get them closer, but they were sharp.
Yeah, it was like horseshoes, only with these darts. with heavy
Yeah.
metal tips.
I remember when they came out later and they
They come out now
rounded
with
them.
weights on them.
Right.
But
Well, they
my
did have
uncle
the-
loved us using it because it aerated his lawn. That's the reason he can go play lawn darts. I need aerating my lawn.
Aerate the lawn. Oh my gosh.
Didn't care if his kids got hurt. Aerate my lawn.
Just try not to be right under it when one comes down. They did crack skull. Oh my gosh. The judge says he still has the lawn darts from when he was a kid.
Who said that?
Oh my, the judge. And hey judge, welcome. Hope fishing
Those
went
are
well
collector's
today.
items, honey.
Yeah, absolutely. That's incredible.
That's impressive.
Other says bike ramps. I remember us going down a hill to a construction site. I got higher in the air than my friends were tall. I thought flying was scary, but the landing hurt. Yeah,
we need to talk about that later. Where
Oops,
was this and
pardon.
where was I?
Yeah, we never had really stuff for. I remember some neighbors building ramps, but we really didn't have that. But at one house, we lived at the bottom of the hill, and the hill was like pretty steep. So we would just start at the top with our bikes and just take our feet off the pedals, right? And just let the bike go and then crash land into our yard. That was our landing pad.
Oh yeah.
But
We had
unfortunately,
everything.
yeah. Well, we used to sit on skateboards and interlock our legs with each other and then try and go down the hill that way. We'd sit on our skateboard sideways, interlock our legs, and try and go down. It never really worked all that well because, the wheels were never quite straight, or yours were, and your friends weren't. And so you'd like start, you're 10 feet down and then you'd start pulling apart. And then you just had to hope that they actually let go of you so you weren't like dragging on the ground on the asphalt, right?
And laughing the whole way.
Yeah, in general, until we got road rash, right? Okay. We'll listen to a little bit more and then we're going on 2 hours. My son was calling. So I'm gonna probably have to make dinner soon, but we'll listen to just a little bit more of her.
Plywood and cinder blocks. Right? Nobody wore a helmet. We're all still here. We wandered around our neighborhood like little hobos just for hours and hours. One time, Ashley Farrell and I were in Homewood Hills. We wandered so far away. We got real tired. We asked the Charlie Chip delivery van guy for a ride home. I said, we're tired. He said, get in the van. I got chips. So we went in.
Awesome.
He drove us home and my mom just said, thanks. It was no big deal. It was a very different time. Now, sometimes my mom would give us money and she would say, hey, I'll give y'all some money if you'll go down to the Golden Pantry and get me some. Thank you. Cigarettes. She said, y'all can get your candy. You can get my cigarettes. I could go in. This was the best. I could go in. I was 8 years old. Walk in there and say, I'd like to buy 3 cartons of Menthol 100 Ultra Lights, please.
With a note.
And they would sell them to me.
Yeah.
At some point, you had to have a note, right? Your mom had to write a note, and my mom would just write, Dear store. Sell my child 3 cartons of cigarettes. Love, Mom. And she would give us the money. She would not let us back in the house. She would slide it under the door. We were not coming back in there. She was watching Dark Shadows, and we were not allowed to watch that. So we would leave our yard attended with no bike helmets and no bubble wrap, and we would leave it. We would go to the candy store at the Golden Pantry. We'd stop on the way down there at the playground. Very different playground from my kids' Gen Z playground that has wood chips on the ground. In case the child falls, they won't get a little bruise on them, right? What do we have? Just a giant sheet of cement. You fell, you broke your arm, suck it up, welcome to the playground. We had equipment that would kill you. We had that swing set that came up out of the ground.
Oh, yeah.
It would kill you. We had that merry-go-round thing that would go, and you'd run, and there's always one friend that just didn't make it. They got like sucked into the rain hole somehow. Like, save yourself. with the spring horse thing, and it would go all the way to hit the back of your head, and it would fling you forward, and you'd hit your face, hit your head, hit your face.
This is the
Oh,
quickest way to
geez.
clear out stuck poop.
The number one food
Listen
for
to the rest of
regular
the playground.
Our horsey part came off. We had a metal knob. It just went back and forth. Oh my God. And we had a slide that was so different. My kid's Gen Z slide is at an angle like that, ends at a little soft pile of wood chips. We all had that giant metal slide, just 90-degree angle. Just sat there, the sunshine.
Burn our butt.
Just heating up. Athens, Georgia in August. It wasn't even a slide anymore. It was just a broiler pan for your ass.
Yep.
So we would take our burns and our wounds from the playground and we would go on down to the candy store and we would go down there. And candy was very different back then. Candy was mean to children. It was mean to us. We had atomic fireballs, lemon heads, just pixie sticks. Just, it was just a straw filled with sand and sugar. Right? And you would eat it like this, and then your spit would seal the end. So then you have to eat the paper and everything. Right? We had the entire family of wax candies, wax lips, and bottles. 4 bottles, 4 colors, tasted all exactly the same. You bite off the top and you suck out that really yummy juice, right? And then you're supposed to chew on the bottle, which was like eating a birthday candle. Yum.
Like
There's a family of wax
teaspoon
paper wrapped candies like a Nowlator or a bit of honey, and you could almost get all the paper off. But there was always that one piece of the machine just jammed up in there. So what do we do with that? Eat it. Yes, we did. We're eating wax. We're eating paper. And don't get me started on that toilet paper roll with the dots on it. Don't get me started on that. That's just mean to children. Mean. And then there was a family of jewelry candy. Oh, it was awesome. Ring pops. We're engaged. And then there was a candy necklace that came on a rubber band about that big. You kind of got it over your head. And then you eat like this. So you just had a rainbow of spit, just a spit rainbow coming all down. And then your friend would come over and bite one off, and her spit's on you too. So then we go around and we get my mom's real cigarettes, and we get our candy cigarettes, which they don't sell now because it might lead to smoking. And my favorite 2 kinds were the hard white stick that had red on the end because someone painted fire on that for us to eat. And then the bubblegum kind you could pull out and blow real smoke.
I remember
Right,
those.
so we would just stand out there
You're almost
in
like
front of the golden
stars.
pantry, just smoking our candy cigarettes and wearing our candy jewelry. We were just little candy hookers, and no one knew where we were.
They didn't care.
Okay.
If
I'm gonna
we
stop
were
her
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop her there. She's almost at the end of that.
Oh, okay.
Guys, check out Karen Morgan if you want more of her humor. I think she's absolutely hilarious. She's pretty clean for any of you guys who are into that. But she does do a lot of Gen X stuff. I have to say though that it reminds me with the playground equipment, who else just would always get left last on the teeter-totter?
Oh, that's a good
Right?
one.
Your friend
Ooh.
would go. Depending on what thing, and you would just
And you never
go-
make them mad
You'd be up.
because they'll jump off on you.
They would jump off, and then you would just slam to the ground. I swear, I am surprised my tailbone is still intact, y'all. I mean, the amount of times I slammed my tailbone into that wood or metal, depending on what your teeter-totter was made out of. And then, invariably you couldn't find people that were the right weight for the teeter-totter.
Right.
So you either always were doing the work, or you had 2 smaller kids on the other end.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes they couldn't quite hold on, and one would slide down the teeter-totter towards the middle.
I remember that.
Oh, jeez. Oh, so yeah,
Can
definitely.
you do me a favor, honey?
Good time. Crystal is from Canada, and she says their candy cigarettes used to be called Popeye cigarettes, Popeye
Okay.
sticks. Interesting. Yeah, I do remember the bubblegum cigarettes when
I
they
remember
came out
those.
because they were bigger, so they almost looked like mini cigars. Because because they had to
Uh-huh.
have them bigger so that
And
you
you
could.
would blow in the end of them, and the little puff of white smoke would come out.
Right, exactly.
That was
Exactly.
the smoke.
But
Yeah.
I do remember having the candy cigarettes
They were
because
chopped.
they had they came in the Lucky Strikes, and that's what my grandpa used to smoke.
Uh-huh.
My dad's dad, he
That's
used
what
to
they look like.
always he'd have Lucky Smokes or Pall Malls, right? You
Mhm.
remember when you used to get cigarettes in the vending machine?
Oh
And you
yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
pull the knobs, and they
Oh,
had
yeah.
them in they had them in every
I'm,
restaurant, right? Because you used to
I'm
smoke, because
sorry.
you used
I
to be
worked
able to
in
smoke in
bars
the
that had
restaurant.
them. That tells you how old I am.
Well, yes, bars too, bars, restaurants, any food, liquor establishment. But they were favorites of my brother and I, because we would just go and check the coin machines, and see if anybody didn't get their coins, that they, hit the
Uh-huh.
return button,
Uh-huh.
and check that, and we'd pull
Slip
all
your
of
little finger in
the
there.
yeah, we'd pull all the knobs and see if anybody missed something. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
BJ
Sodium
says he remembers
plain.
black licorice cigars. Now that is something I don't remember, but I'll say I hated black licorice. I still don't really like licorice. I can hand it in really small amounts, but I'm not a big, so I don't remember black licorice.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't a black licorice person. So it was, I love clove.
Clove
Cloves are
cigarettes.
cool.
Oh my gosh.
Clove gum.
That,
Clove
oh my
cigarettes.
gosh.
I
Clove
love.
cigarettes.
Well, we're not
That
gonna.
brings me
I'm not
back
gonna
to high
promote
school.
stuff like that. I love
That
gum.
definitely.
What was it?
Ugh.
Beechams. Clove gum?
Beecham. Oh yeah, Beecham. They made the black licorice gum too,
Yeah,
right?
and their
Yeah.
flavors taste like real. It's not this candy coated. I mean, when you bit into it, you knew you were biting into clove. So
Yeah, strong. Now, I don't think I ever had any of the clove candy. I do
Mhm.
remember the black licorice candy and stuff, but I don't think I remember the clove candy.
yeah,
Now, how about fruit striped gum?
yeah, that was always
You-
fun. It
Oh
always
yeah,
lasted like that. The
exactly.
flavor
They
was real quick.
tasted great for the first 4 chews, and then it was like I'm chewing on plastic.
Yes. But it was fun.
Marie?
You opened it up and had the little stripes. That was the fun
Yeah,
part.
exactly. But thank God it came in the 15 pack, because that was like one afternoon sport.
Ooh, you were living highfalutin.
Yeah, because you couldn't, okay, that one's done. Let's on to the next flavor.
Right?
And
That was the
Carnival,
kind of
how
gum you
you
ended
doing?
up with this big wad in your mouth. Just trying to keep the flavor going. And Carnival High, honey.
Right? You just kept adding more, hoping to get more flavor added to the rest of it. But it didn't. Oh my gosh. Marie says there used to be clove lifesavers.
That sounds good.
And now I have never heard of that.
That sounds really good.
Now my interest is
I
piqued
can
on
see
this
them being
clove
Reed.
candy.
Reeds used to make clove. I don't know if you remember Reeds.
No,
And they made the root beer and the things like that. It was around the Beecham's time, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
the name doesn't sound familiar to me.
Yeah.
I remember Necco wafers. Remember Necco wafers that came in that roll?
Of course.
The
I just
wax
want today.
paper.
They still make them.
They do still make them.
Uh-huh.
And because they had root beer ones, and those are my brother's favorite. My brother loved those wax bottles, and I was like, okay. And so I would drink the juice, and then he would chew on the bottles, because he didn't really care too much for the juice.
Oh, okay. Well, what a team.
I don't even think there was a teaspoon worth
Other and
of
I were just talking about
juice.
those takeaway foods.
juice in those things.
What was that? That was just a touch of the tongue. It wasn't really.
Oh, yeah. It was like
in those little
3
pink
drops.
bottles.
That was it.
I did the wax lips.
The bubble gum that had comics in the wrapper, that was Bazooka Joe.
Yeah.
Bazooka
With
Joe
high-
bubble gum.
With a high turtleneck collar. Turtleneck.
I just remember that you'd have to put it in your pocket for a while. Otherwise,
Yeah.
because it was like a little piece of cement, otherwise. So you had to warm it up in your pocket. Otherwise, you couldn't eat the darn thing. And it was the same thing as the now and laters. They were just like, they could have been rock candy, right? It was like, oh my
rock candy
gosh.
was your thing, man. Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candy back then was the bomb. I liked it.
It was an adventure.
We did. I remember for the summer, we would go up to the store and you could get those frozen pops, like the flavor ice or whatever that came in the plastic tubes. I know they still make them, but they had them where they were a foot, oh, 12 or 15 inches long. I mean, they're the really long ones, and they were 5 cents. And so you ride your bike up there, and for 5 cents, you get this huge, long ice pop. Pixie
And
sticks.
then it would cut the corners of your mouth. It always cut the corners of my mouth when I would suck on it for a while.
Oh, with the plastic? Yeah, because that plastic, because it was like kind of beveled at the edge, that plastic, right? Yeah, it was like, ah. I love pixie sticks, but you're right. I was not coordinated, so I didn't know to just keep my mouth open and keep pouring, so you would.
And then you go to the movie theaters, you can get the really super long ones, pixie sticks.
In plastic.
In the plastic tube. Yeah. Ooh.
So I remember this.
You knew.
I was in college. This was my freshman year of college, and my mom, I think my first set of college exams were coming up. So this would have been November of 1990. And they had just come out with the 3-foot long pixie sticks that were plastic. It was this hard plastic. And she bought me like 2 of them for studying for my exams or whatever. Oh my gosh. My mouth hurt so bad after eating one of those, because I was like, oh my gosh, pigs. I mean, it's like, I mean, because the thing, you could probably fit at least a nickel down the diameter of the thing. I mean, we're not talking pixie stick small. I mean, these were honking suckers. My mouth, I mean, I don't think that I could eat much beyond milk for like 2 days. My mouth was on fire, It's like eating too many kiwis or something. There's just something about that acid, right? Just, I think it ate all my taste buds off.
And your tongue. Pixie sticks like to color your tongue.
Oh, absolutely. WSFN. I gotta say that.
Huh? It's nice.
I have to say that.
Are coming in to visit.
I know. Got a lot of people in for Laugh Saturday.
See?
All right, guys. Well, I think I have to
once in a while.
Absolutely. We'll be doing this again the first Saturday of October.
This is what she does, folks. So if you're on my channel, this is what she does. Come visit her.
Yeah, we'll be so our next live will be Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking more about betrayal trauma, but we're going to be talking about it specifically in kids and kind of how that differs. And I mentioned it last Wednesday when I covered, or not the last Wednesday, I think it was last Saturday actually, when we started covering betrayal trauma, and how it's just a little different in kids and a little more significant. So that will be our Wednesday show, and I don't have anything planned out for the rest of September. So if you've got any ideas for shows, you can either drop them in the comments or shoot me an email, you've got topics that you want to hear about, or even if it's the topic that I've covered before, if you think that you want to delve deeper into it,
Thanks.
excuse me, or something like that, let me know. If you've got ideas for future Laugh Saturdays, let me know. I think foreign signs would kind of be a fun one, like the ones like we saw with the I don't remember what language that was in now, but they're trying to get it across in pictures for you so that everybody can understand, because I have seen some funny ones of that. So if you got any ideas in regards to those, please shoot me the ideas, put them in the comments. If you guys have been watching today, whether you're here on replay or whether you're with us live today, here's my thing for you guys in the comments. I want you to put what was your best childhood memory? Your funny memory, best childhood memory, something along those lines. If you're a Gen
Yeah,
Xer, you've got a wealth
that
of
would be fun.
things to pick from.
Fun childhood
So
memories.
you can say, yeah, what was your favorite candy or your favorite play? Well, we'll limit it. What was either your favorite candy when you were a kid or your favorite piece of playground equipment?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll limit it to those two: your favorite candy and your favorite piece of playground equipment.
There you go.
I apologize about the video on my side for my thing. I did end up getting finally a notice that my browser lost contact with my camera, which I have no idea how that happened or
That's
why
silly
that
camera.
happened. But it's just one of those days. So you got to see the beautiful Body Illusion joined us today, and I'm so happy we finally made this happen. And then you got to hear my voice for most of it as I hide
I
behind
know
my
her hair looked great today too.
Yeah.
It really did. It was
Well,
so nice and full, and just wild, and I love her hair, guys.
Can you
I'm gonna admit
I have the ultimate 80s hair, right? I mean, because
I love it.
this thick thing I can rat like there's nobody's business. So I can definitely poof it out. Maybe I should do that for whatever show is closest to Halloween.
There you
I'll
go.
be Yeah, because I won't be it would be the 29th. It'd be the 20th show of the 29th. And the only reason I know that is because Halloween this year is on a Friday, and that
Oh,
is
it
the
is.
day I am flying out to British Columbia. So,
Yay!
so
And a new adventure starts.
flying out there and spending some time with Janet, and then headed to Vancouver. So, and then flying home from Vancouver on the 8th, I think. So we'll be gone just over a week, and that'll be a good time. So, Body Illusion, again, thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for sending
It
in
was
those funny
fun,
signs.
sweetheart.
It was a great, great time. Thank you, everyone who joined us today. I hope you got your little hit of dopamine and started off your weekend well, or at least set you up for a better rest of your weekend and Saturday night. And remember, guys, you are worthy, you are valuable, and you are loved just the way you are for who you are. So, hugs and
Okay,
love
I'll
from
do it. I'll
us.
do it.
Mwah. There you go. You get to do it for me. Thank you so much. Surviving together, never alone, guys. Enjoy the outro.
Through the fire, through the rain, we have walked through endless pain, but we stand, we rise again, stronger now, we break the chain, surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other. every scar tells the story of who we are. Not just survivors, but warriors too. With love as our armor, we see this through. We see you, we hear you, and we believe in you. Surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other through every tide. The past may have shaped us, but it won't define. Together we heal, together we shine. We see you, we hear